Hello, my wonderful spirit guides. Today I'm going to be reacting to UTADA, This Is The One. And as some of you will probably know already, I have reacted to Hikaru Utadas, and of course it's the same person, but now it's under the name just UTADA. And I think this album might all be in English, but I am going to quickly recap the message from the patron who requested this, which is Derek. Actually, Derek has requested all the previous Hikaru albums, and there are going to be future ones too that he has requested. He has sent me on a Hikaru deep dive and I've been loving it. So I'm very much excited to get into this. If it's okay, I'd like to request Hikaru Utadas, This Is The One. It might only show up on Spotify under the name UTADA because it was her second and most recent full English album. This album was her final one before she took a 6-year-long hiatus because she had felt like her life was starting to become too cyclical and unclear. What I love about this album that many may not is its quirkiness and how it's full of songs that are bops and camp, funny lyrics. Its soundscape is reminiscent of the late 2000s in America, and honestly I just think it should have made her more of a pop icon here in the West. Thank you again for all the work you do, very much appreciated, and I anticipate each video you put out, and please don't feel rushed at all. I'll add that little bit at the end because it's very sweet. And also very grateful because obviously I've not been well, still not that well, but well enough to be ready to do videos again, which is good. But yeah, okay, I'm really interested. So there's going to be some bops on here, and I do love a bop. So, and reminiscent of the late 2000s in America. I wonder what that sound is. It's probably going to be something I recognise. Yeah, anyway, if you would like to become a patron, please do. All the links for that will be in the description below. Also, follow me on Instagram, I should follow you back. Follow me on TikTok if you want to see random clips of my reactions and other stuff. I've got a new kitten, so there might be some kitten stuff coming. Also, join my Discord and talk to like-minded people. If you want to send me a tip, then I have a PayPal that is linked in the description too. And of course, like, comment, subscribe if you like the video, of course. But anyway, let's get into it. Oh, also, I will be doing my makeup during this video too. I forgot that this album was going to be all in English because I thought doing my makeup at the same time, if it was in, Japanese, that would be cool because, I don't really read the lyrics at the same time as she's singing Japanese because they don't, the way I read English isn't as fast or isn't as slow as she's saying the words in Japanese. But it is in English, but it'll still work out nicely. But anyway, let's get into it. Oh yeah, and the reason I've got these big crazy things on is just to keep my hair back when I'm doing my makeup. Before we start, I just want to mention that while I was reacting to this album, I forgot that we weren't going in chronological order, but in fact we're going backwards in order through Hikaru Utada's albums. So yeah, I was thinking this came after all the ones that I'd been reacting to, so I thought it came after Bad Mode for a minute. I've not been quite the same in my brain since I was ill, and I've got a new kitten, and so things have been really stressful. Also, I'm getting tested for ADHD, and I have a very unorganised brain. I make mistakes all the time. But anyway, it doesn't actually make that much of a difference to the video, so there's nothing really to worry about there. But also I wanted to add some comments that Derek made after watching the uncut version, which is now on Patreon. So the first thing that Derek has said is Hikaru Utadas was actually born in New York, and though she spent most of her life and career in Japan, she went to an international school and is fluently bilingual, so she at least had a hand in writing a lot of her lyrics, which is really cool. I knew that she was good at speaking English, but I didn't know she was actually born in New York or went to an international school. Maybe I did, but I definitely forgot. He also said, I do agree and see how this album does seem to represent the burnout she was experiencing at the time. You'll go on to see what I say in this video, so I won't go too much into it. But he also said he feels like this album isn't her best, but honestly, as a fan of late 2000s music, I'm in the minority of her fan base who loves a lot of the songs on it. And yeah, I can see why. He also says about how a lot of the lyrics on this album I feel aren't meant to be taken seriously, because I also feel like this album cycle was definitely
parodying a Western pop era. This is typically a theme with her English work for whatever reason. There were some iconically and ironically funny lyrics and mentions that have become a running joke with Utada listeners. There are some particularly camp highlights from this album. I just also love how when, this is my personal take, I love when she says, "I love you long time," because that was such a thing that people would say in that time. I feel like music and lyrics would say that a lot, like it was like a phrase that was used a lot. But yeah, I won't go too into it because you're going to watch the video now. But yeah, thank you for listening to this bit.
Let's go.
The rain falls on my windows and rain falls, oh the rain falls. I don't want to be alone.
I've already got so much to say.
Cause the flashbacks, oh the flashbacks won't leave me alone.
Gosh, she sounds good.
What happened in the past? Baby, come back to me.
Wow.
Oh, you're one in a million.
Oh.
And she buys this and she buys that. Just leave her alone.
Wow. She sounds actually really different.
I admit I cheated. Don't know why I did it. Nothing I can do or say can change the past. Baby, come back to me.
Got call and response. The call.
Baby, come back to me.
The response. Really, really prominent in pop music.
And my curiosity got the better of me.
Oh, damn.
Take it easy on me.
I'm actually really getting the late 2000s influences here for sure. It's like Pussycat Dolls. Fergie.
I'll be everything you need. Oh, you're one in a million. Baby, come back to me. La, la, la.
Interesting. Okay, so it definitely had like a really poppy element, and it was made in 2009, so it was made in the late 2000s, so it was fitting for the time rather than it being like a callback. Yeah, it reminded me of I Must Stick With You Forever with Pussycat Dolls, and it also reminded me of Big Girls Don't Cry by Fergie, like that sort of era, and like that sort of sound with like the dramatic kind of emotional piano, but then those beats that are very pop, very R&B actually, but electronic and like boom, boom. And like what I've always loved about Hikaru's music is her beats for sure, and of course everything else. But it was so interesting hearing her vocals done in English. It actually felt like there was weirdly more range and more like width to the tone. I don't know if that's just production or time, you know, maybe she just got like you know, better with time, even though she's always sounded beautiful, don't get me wrong, but like it just sounded different. The lyrical content, interesting. About like cheating, because I actually always found her lyrics to be quite amazing in the previous albums, quite poetic and very like honest and open and personal too. So I wonder if this is true or if it's more of like a concept-y thing. I do like when she says, "I wish that I could Photoshop all our bad memories because the flashbacks won't leave me alone." Like, I don't know why, it's kind of like cool, like photoshopping the memories as obviously editing the memories so that they're good. And then when she says flashbacks, obviously that means like memories, but like when you think of flashbacks you think also of like a flash of a camera, so it weirdly ties in with like photo and flash. I don't know, it kind of ties in. I like that. And in the chorus she's saying, "If you come back to me, I'll be all that you need. Baby, come back to me. Let me make up for what happened in the past." And like, again, in previous albums I've said it, where it feels like sometimes the way she sings, it's like she's saying, "I promise I'll be better. I promise I'll change. I promise." And it's like that kind of thing that isn't exactly the healthiest way to try and get someone back, by doing something bad and then promising them the moon. So It is quite funny seeing this chorus and it being exactly that. Like, if you come back to me, I'll be all that you need. Like, let me make up for what I've done. And like, this isn't a judgment or criticism on her, but I do find it funny because I've heard those pretty words before in relationships and they haven't turned out to be true. I'm not saying that she isn't being true with it, but who knows? But maybe she's also speaking as someone like the other side, you know, maybe she's talking about her lover is saying that. I don't know, or she is saying that. I don't know the details. And then of course we got the come back, da, 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 come back, you know, with the call and response, which is awesome. So it means like if you're in like a live setting, she'll be singing her little line and she could put the microphone out and then the audience going, come back. It's very interactive. It keeps your attention too, and it makes it catchy. Verse 2 is interesting because it goes on to sound like she's not talking from a personal space because she is speaking here, say in a third person, I think that's what you'd call it, saying she's going shopping, needs to leave her alone. Like, so it's like she's narrating the experience. She is saying like, he needs to listen to her side of the story. It isn't that bad. It isn't that bad. And she's wiser for it now. She's kind of like standing up for this girl by saying like, you know, the situation isn't what you think it was. It wasn't cut and dry like that. And, you know, she's learnt her lesson. But then she goes to say in the pre-chorus, I again. So it's like she's jumping from like different perspectives, maybe because in verse 2, she's like talking about her past self and it's like she's calling her she, because sometimes our past selves can feel like different people. But then, you know, it gets more personal and she's taking more responsibility by saying, I admit I cheated, don't know why I did it, but I do regret it. Nothing I can do or say can change the past. And that's true, but it's a little bit like going, yes, I know I do and I regret it, but I can't change the past, can I? It just made me laugh a little bit because it just seems a little bit like, yeah, I know I did that, but come on, let's get over it now. Anyway, in the bridge, everything I ever did, heaven knows I'm sorry, babe. I was too young to see you were always there for me, and my curiosity got the better of me. Baby, take it easy on me. I'd say here, actually, she's being really honest and more vulnerable by saying like, I don't know why I did it. Curiosity got the better of me. It's not a good excuse, but it is the reason. Take it easy on me. Yeah, I guess it's like a plea, like a, you know, begging and a bargaining, being like, please. And then she says, anything from A to Z, call me what you wanna, but I open my heart to thee. You are my priority. Can't you see you've punished me more than enough already? But then she's back to that by being like, you've punished me and more than enough. When really, if you're the person that cheated, like, I get that, like, if you're being punished to a level which is ridiculous, like, whatever, but it's still your responsibility to say whether you can handle the punishment for that long or not. It's, you know, you can't really tell the other person to stop doing it because they are the one that is betrayed, and you can't really speed up their healing, if you know what I mean. They need to heal in their own time. So it's interesting. It's interesting. But I wonder if it is about her or not. And listen, no judgment. But it's just, I don't know. I just do find it quite funny, those lyrics, in a sense that, like, it's not really, it's a little toxic. It just is. But I did really like the song, and I thought it was a really good intro song too. Very pop, very of that time pop, and, you know, catchy, all of it. It felt like a single, and it possibly was a single with the fact that it has 6 million listens. So yeah, but anyway, let's move on. Next one's called Muero. Elevator music sort of thing. Kind of. I love that. I like this more than the first one already. Just the vibe of it. It's kind of got like a bossa nova style. Not that I'm very versed in that genre. I love the instrumental to this. I really like her voice too. I like that. The backing vocals. That's fun. That's a bit of the uniqueness that she has. Nice. I'm absolutely loving the instrumental. Oh, the piano. It's almost jarring with that piano. Almost doesn't fit. Oh! Istanbul. Oh, she like really changed her tone there. Sounding sexy here. I love that there. Oh, that bit of rasp. Oh, this is fun. Okay. Interesting. That one, like the first, like literally these two songs in general definitely give me a feeling of like Utada wanting to become more popular in the West. You could just feel it. You could feel she's kind of doing the stereotypes of it. However, she still keeps her little flair with that shabba dabba, shabba dabba dabba dabba. Like, that's fun. It has that little elements of jazz that she sometimes has, and a little bit of blues that she sometimes has, with the soul as well. And like, especially with the instrumental, you know, and it sounding like jangly, you know, like a bit of a jangle sound. Yeah, I don't know. It had a warmth to it. You could really see and like environment where it is like nighttime with kind of like gold fairy lights, you know, like fairy lights that look have a bit of a candlescent tint, and you could see like this kind of getting down outside, you know, in an outside bar area with those candle lights. You know, I always feel that way when I hear a kind of Latin sound like that. I imagine like dancers in like a candle lit fairy lights outside somewhere. I always see it like that. But yeah, it does give it a really cool like imagery, and it felt good, and there was sexy moments, and she also did a do 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 do, like she opened her throat into that, you know, giving it that soul, a little bit of character, and she's really changing up her tones like frequently throughout these songs, whereas before she used to either sing in like a, no, she's good at changing her tones definitely, but she'd sometimes sing very like in like a high register that is a little bit whiny, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but you know, a bit more like or she'd do that you know, velvety jazzy tone. It would mainly be one or the other, whereas this one feels like it's like reaching into so many tones, and I don't know if that's because she's trying to, you know, kind of do the Western thing as well, of like adding all those different pop and just popular sounds in the West, but those little bits of rasp are amazing, sounding so good. Her vocals are genuinely fantastic so far. What was the song about? Every day my life's in shambles since you took your love away. I got nothing left to gamble, I've thrown it all away. I do actually really like those lyrics in a way. I don't know, the way it rhymes, and it's kind of fun too. Anyway, now and then I'm suicidal, just throwing that one out there. Flirting with a new temptation. Happiness inside a bottle is what I need today. I guess happiness inside a bottle could be like alcohol as well. Just being like, what I need today is to just drink down my sorrows and forget, because the whole, you know, sound had like a fun kind of dancey party feeling. So it feels like she was at a bar. Oh, my lover has gone away, gone to Istanbul. Light as a feather, I lie in my bed and flip through TV channels, eating Godiva and smoking my days away, reading old emails in my old pajamas. What a day, me muero. I want to see what that says. Me muero is Spanish for I'm dying. Oh, Jesus. However, this is rarely, if ever, used literally. Instead, this is usually used to the same way it is used in English, figuratively. Okay, so just being like, you know, So it does sound like here in the chorus, like, I'm all alone, my lover has gone away, I'm just watching TV, eating snacks. I don't know what Godiva is. Oh, it's chocolate. A fancy chocolate. In her old pajamas. She's just having a, pajama day, a lazy day, but it's kind of like wrapped in like a essence of depression a little bit. Well, she even said suicidal in it, so yes. But yeah, she's just like missing her loved one and feeling a bit depressed. Verse 2, loneliness makes its arrival. Shubba dubba, shubba dubba dubba. Depression starts to settle in. Should I go to Winona Ryder and do some crazy thing? Oh, that's random. What's Winona Ryder got to do with it? Referring to Winona Ryder being arrested in 2001 for shoplifting clothes. Oh, okay, fair. She's like, oh, should I just go do something crazy? Because depression can be so dull. She's like, I just need to do something impulsive to get me out of this rut. I know that feeling. And then it's the chorus, yeah. And then in the bridge she says, oh, the good stuff. Oh, my lover. Smoking, am I smoking my days away? Yeah, so just being like smoking her days away, probably getting high, but it's just day in, day out doing the same thing, waiting. And she's very depressed here, but like yet the song in that kind of Western music fashion, it's like a bop and it's really fun, but really sad lyrics. Okay, moving on. We're going to go to Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence FYI. Okay, sounds interesting. Oh, this feels a little more familiar when it comes to Hikaru.
I give you my heart. Hold on, let me sign it. Best friend. Hereby,
sounds pretty, actually. It really does.
Like never before. Holla at me. NYC, what? Tokyo. Highest to the highest. High.
Wow.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You know why I'm gonna be yours.
The little yodel. That's pretty.
I'm chilling and flossing. It's 7 o'clock. That's right, we're still in this show. Damn right, letting him know.
Very theatrical
we're
there.
sipping Chardonnay from 2 p.m. on a working day.
Ooh, the staccato. I love the MP3 moment. It's so current for that time. I love that too. George. That's so ethereal. She's got such a fast vibrato in those moments.
To give something.
She's really good at those little yodels. And technically placed. She doesn't naturally do a yodel. Not usually. I love that bit. Oh, pretty. So many vocal layers there as well. Doubled up × 4. Okay, that one, even though it was all sang in English, definitely felt like it had, the Hikaru Utadas effect with like the dun, 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 dun. It's got that tension, that feeling of like moving forward, and like the vocals that are very like still has that kind of emotional, like, I don't know, I can't explain it. It just felt more like the older stuff. It just did. Give you my heart. Hold on. Let me sign it. Your señorita, aka your best friend. Still going off that Latin vibe from the last song with Señorita. Hereby let it be known, love like never before. I'm always at your service. You just have to holler at me. Oh, okay. She's been like, I would be there at your beckoning call, basically. Like, I love you that much that whenever you need me, I will be there. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. NYC what? Tokyo what? It's kind of cool that she says like NYC and Tokyo here, because this song did have more of a mixture of her usual songs that she sings in Japanese, but of course still has that American sound too. So it's funny that she's saying both of those in this song. Send it off from the streets to the highest high. MP3 players, work it out, hustlers. On mani padme hum hum. I don't know what that means. Sanskrit mantra on the jewel of the lotus, signaling compassion. Oh, nice. I love that she says MP3 there because it's so current for that time. And obviously she was really trying here to make a current album and a Western world type of album. I can feel it and I can hear that. Like, I wouldn't have even had to be told that to know that. And she's doing it well. It's not like a poor attempt at it. She's doing it well. And then she says, you know I'm going to be yours tonight. We're gonna... whatever she did, but I love that. I love how she's like, we're gonna, and then it's like a ethereal, beautiful moment, and it makes it almost sound like, you know what she's saying? She's saying they're gonna get down and do something a little bit naughty, but the ooh makes it sound like it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be an amazing moment. It's gonna be epic, just with that ooh. You know what I mean? And then she says, I'll see you later. Call me. You know my number. Verse 2, like Captain Picard, I'm chilling and flossing. It's 7 o'clock. I issue you the warning. That's right. We're stealing this show. Damn right. Let them know. We're sipping Chardonnay on 2 p.m. on our working day. Okay, cool. I love that little bit of like glamour there. Like, we're sipping Chardonnay at 2 p.m. on our working day. It kind of reminds me of Natalia Kills, the way she would like sing about like kind of like expensive things, like, you know, I'm a rich sort of, you know, socialite sort of thing. Kind of like that. And then she says, ching-a-ling, ching-a-ling, and I imagine that's like the sound of money, ching-a-ling, ching-a-ling. And then she says, take me down to the fields where the grass is lying. In the bridge, she says, see, I don't need a freeloader. No, I don't want a freeloader. If you want a piece of this stuff, gotta give something. I don't know why, but these lyrics make me think that she was just like, yeah, what do the Americans and the English and whatever sing about? They sing about money. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to be like, I'm not having a freeloader. If you want me, you got to have the cash. I think a lot of it is, it's funny and it's sweet because obviously she isn't American and whatever, and she's almost viewing this sort of lifestyle and the way that they did things, and you know, and trying to do that too. And she is doing it well with the sound, definitely, but the lyrics might not have caught up as much. But I kind of love that about it. It's like sweet and fun. I mean, why not? Why not? Let's just have a bit of fun with it. Not everything has to be like super serious all the time. It can just be like this. But yeah, interesting. I really like the sound of that one a lot. And like, honestly, these 3 songs, I've liked the sound of all 3 of them. I really have. Her vocals have been astonishing. The production's been gorgeous. Yeah, it's just going really well. But obviously, it is interesting hearing her do it all in English and in this sort of style. It's different. It's different. What can I say? It doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just different. It's like hearing a different artist almost. But then she'll have the little moments where you just know it's Hikaru. And you're like, oh, no, that is Hikaru, yeah. But I don't know, it's fun. I can't wait to keep on going, really. So that's what I'm going to do. Right, next song is called Appla And Cinnamon. I'm interested by that song title name, actually. Well, thinking about it, apples can be sweet and sour. Cinnamon is also sweet, but also, you know, it can be bitter. So,
Tell me what is on your mind. Help me, 'cause I'd like to know. Let's not get started with the he said, she said. Sometimes it just doesn't go as planned.
this is giving me like Lady Gaga a bit. Early Lady Gaga, around this time. You know, like Paper Gangster.
Started out so simple and innocent. So simple and innocent. What we had was just too good.
I'm not loving this song as much as the other ones.
But what we had was beautiful. get started with the he said, she said. Sometimes it just doesn't go as planned. So simple and innocent.
That sounds quite nice.
So simple and innocent. Chemistry like apple and cinnamon. Like apple and cinnamon.
I do kind of like that.
Can't believe that you and me were falling out of love.
I kind of don't mind the lyrics to this too. The ones I'm picking up.
Chemistry like apple and cinnamon. What we had. Please don't look at me like that.
Oh, I like the synth
Please don't look
patterns
at me,
happening.
Don't look at me like that.
What? It's the same song. This changed a bit.
Can't believe that you
Oh, for a short moment. Just to pull back.
so envious of us.
Oh, she sounded good there.
Chemistry was just too good. Started out so simple and innocent, like apple and cinnamon. I can't believe that you and me were falling out of love. Good to last.
I actually really like that. Hello. Actually, do you know what's funny? That gave me, you know what I used to get like with some of her older songs, you know, in my first reactions, I'd be like, well, I think I've done it with every reaction, really. I've gone like, I don't know. And then as the song goes on, I go, oh, I actually do kind of like it. Like, as more instruments come in or little things happen, I go, oh, actually, do you know what? I'm really into that now. That kind of happened with this song. So that was familiar to me as well. I actually didn't mind like the lyrics so much on that one either. Also, is Appla And Cinnamon a combo that goes well together? I've never really heard of that. Maybe it does. Maybe I have heard of it. I don't know. I didn't know that. But anyway, I'll go into the lyrics a bit here. Before I do though, I really like her tone when she's like, it's very aspirate, and like the way it does like a vibrato. I always call it like goat vibrato because it's a bit like that, but like in a nice way. Imagine goats walking around going, anyway, that was such a weird thought. Yeah, I really do like her vocals there. And I do like how she uses Appla And Cinnamon, very at the forefront, and then in the backing vocals being like, nice, like, just really nicely put together. Verse 1, tell me what is on your mind. Help me, because I'd like to know. What the hell is going on? Never thought I'd sing this song. So yeah, the verse 1 is literally just being like, you don't know anything that's going on yourself. And that's kind of good. She's putting you in the space where she's at. She's like, you know, she doesn't know what this person is doing or what's going on. And we also don't know what's going on. That's quite good storytelling there. And then in the pre-chorus, let's not get started with the he said, she said. Sometimes it just doesn't go on as planned. And I actually really like those lyrics because it's ultimately just so true. Things don't go as planned, and like getting into the he said, she said, it just doesn't matter anymore. Just things sometimes don't work out. So those lyrics, when she was repeating those, sorry, my back is like the bottom of my back's being annoying. So I keep readjusting myself. Yeah, I just think that's cool. Anyway, chorus, started out so simple and innocent, chemistry like Appla And Cinnamon. And I like that, like it's simple, you know, and she's also saying it started out so simple and innocent, and then she repeats it. It's just funny that it's very simple lyrics repeating themselves, and she's also talking about simplicity, the simplicity of what it's like at the start of a relationship. So it does mirror that. I think that's cool as well. Again, great storytelling. And then she says, I can't believe that you and me were falling out of love and that everybody used to be so envious of us. Yeah, and that's it. The story progresses and you land somewhere of like oh, okay, it's about two lovers falling out of love. People used to be envious of them, and now they are just, you know, it's just the end, basically, and it's almost hard to believe for everyone, and mainly hard to believe for her. And then she says, what we had was just too good to last. That's sad, isn't it? Like how some people can think like it's too good to be true, and so on. It's a very like depressed kind of thought, and understandably it hurts when your heart gets broken. Well, of course. In the bridge, she says, please don't look at me like that. Oh, please don't look at me. Don't look at me like that. You can't look at me like that. Please don't look at me like that. So it's just repeating that, really driving that like home. You can really see her being like, don't look at me like that. Like it's paining her so much to be looked at in the way that she is being looked at. Maybe the other person is looking at them with judgment, or maybe with love, or maybe with sorrow, or anything, but it's deep enough for her to keep repeating it and to feel it on a big level, like, don't look at me like that. You know, it's just making it more painful. Nice. Okay, yeah, so like honestly, I do think the lyrics are pretty good here. And funnily enough, they're really simple, but effective and of course relatable. Amazing. And the music, definitely that's similar. It gave me, don't want no paper gangster, no one to sign my life to. Don't do funny business, not interested in favors. I can't even remember the words now, but Lady Gaga, Paper Gangster, that same, like the same drum, it's the same drum, and it literally came out around this time too. So Hikaru is literally hitting the nail on the sound. Like, you know, for this time, which is awesome. Yeah, I wonder what it was like then in Japan for music. Were a lot of Japanese artists making music like this too? Or were they, like, what was their sound in, you know, what was Japan's sound at this time? Because, like, these are all sounds that I understand being a Westerner. So I do wonder what it was like in Japan. I don't know. Anyway, next one is called Taking My Money Back.
It hard, you make it hard to leave.
So soft.
Every day, every night, you were out with your boys, getting high.
It is very R&B here. Oh my gosh.
With you, 'cause you promised to change. What I get, but I kept on giving, baby. 'Cause the sex was so good and your talk was so smooth. Now I finally see you were using me. Taking my money, my money, my money. Oh. And you know I really loved you, boy. At about all your fooling around, well, I had to cry about me. Only I should have left you right then. Me,
not loving
and I'm
that.
taking my money, my money, my money back.
The guitar. Changing the game with that guitar. Definitely needed another instrument.
I'm taking my money, my money, my money back. You're down on your knees, begging me not to leave. And what a waste of a woman so fine.
Interesting. That's definitely my least favourite, 100%. This is the first one that really felt like it was just a song to, you know, it's a song that just is just try and sound popular and stuff. You know, it gave me a little bit of the R&B sort of, no, I don't want no scrub as a guy. That's a classic, that's an amazing song. But, you know, it gave me that era. Maybe not that song necessarily, but something, it actually reminded me of something specific. I just don't know what it is now. Ooh, oh, oh, It reminded me of something that I really feel like, oh man, I hate it when this happens, but it definitely reminded me of something. Maybe when I'm editing, I'll go on a little spree to find it. I know that will take me hours, but I gotta know now. But yeah, I didn't love it for the instrumentation much. The piano was pretty. The etching kind of, you know, the synth, fun, but a little bit just, you get bored of it after a while. The drum beat is slow, chill. Lyrics and vocals were okay. Like, well, vocals are obviously amazing, but like nothing outstanding, as in like nothing that shocked me. The lyrics and the like, you know, earlier in the song, I think it was the Merry Christmas one with the I wanna ooh, whatever she did, it was really ethereal and fun and like, you know, went somewhere, took you somewhere, whereas that ooh, 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 ah, ah, ah sounds just like a bunch of monkeys trying to sing a song like this going, oh, 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 ah, ah, ah. You know what I mean? It's a little bit, not quite the vowels. The vowels could have been different maybe to give it a bit more of a, I don't know, maybe a prettier sound. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? And like the lyrical content too, like, now I finally see you by using me and taking my money. I mean, I get it, but it just doesn't, do you know what? This is something else I wanted to say. It doesn't feel that personal, and I feel like Hikaru has always done such personal songs. Like in her last one, she was like singing about her mum and like, you know, the death of her mum and like grief and like breakups and different, she just sang things in different ways, and I don't know, whereas this feels a little bit like it's not her, and it kind of makes sense why she did take a 6-year hiatus. Maybe this was like her last leg, like her last kind of like ditch effort to, you know, I don't know, I'm not saying that it's all bad, because I'm literally, you know, I don't think that from what I've already said, but like it's definitely different from her usual sound. And it doesn't feel quite her in some moments, which is obviously a little bit sad. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little harsh. Who knows? But gotta be honest. Anyway, next one was called This One, and in brackets, Crying Like a Child. Okay, Utada. Those drums have been very consistent with like the type and the tone, you know?
How can I put this I'm an independent woman, I just wanted you to know the person that I am, more than any other of your friends. Yours truly. I couldn't play it cool, let me tell you I've tried that every day.
Sounds a bit like Gaga there, like her vocal. A little bit. I do like the kind of huskiness in her voice.
How could I ever love another? God knows I'd give anything for just one more night together.
This one's so much better than the last one.
This one's for the happiness. I'll be wishing you forever.
I'd have to say the lyrical content is quite inconsistent from song to song. I really do love her voice in this.
I don't wanna scream lest I should tear. Sincerely. I should get back on the road like Simon and Garfunkel. You give all the shelter that I need above me. If only I knew how. How could I ever love another for just one more night together? You got me crying like a child. Ain't no need for me to lie.
The tone is fantastic there.
You got me crying like a child, and the crowd is going wild. How could I ever love another?
I do like that electric guitar sound. It's really like tinny, but like, because it's really, you know, far in the mix, it sounds really good. It's not overpowering.
How could you say you don't remember? This one's for the happiness. I'll be wishing you forever.
Interesting. I liked it more than the other one, but I didn't love it. I think I'm getting to a point where I'm like, I don't know if I believe the lyrics anymore. Like, you know, like, is she just throwing words together that like relate to people and it's not actually personal to her? I feel a little bit duped by it. I'm a little bit like, how can I connect when I don't feel like they're super personal? And I also, you know, if she'd always done songs like that, I guess I wouldn't mind so much, but I feel like in the past she's been so personal that it's a little bit disappointing. But I do also understand what she's trying to do here, so I can't be mad at it. It's just, I don't know, I feel like I've become quite a fan of her now, so I don't know, it's just a little weird. I don't really want to even go into the lyrics, to be honest, but her voice was stunning. like when she first did the child and the wild or I or whatever she did, I didn't like it. But then towards the end, when she did it, child, wild, had a bit more of a rasp, a bit more emotion, like the tone changed. I liked it a lot more there. In fact, I loved it there. It sounded really cool and reminiscent of, again, that time and R&B singers. And I know that, you know, Hikaru's quite good with the R&B sounds as well. Interesting. Nice acoustic guitar, maybe a little bit stereotypical, but it was actually made less stereotypical with that electronic guitar that comes in. That was similar to last song's electronic guitar. Electronic guitar. It sounds so funny saying it like that. Electric guitar. And like I was saying, like it was really not when I said it was far back in the mix, I didn't mean it was really far back, but it was far back enough to not irritate you, and it doesn't take over as well. It just sounded right. So I do like that production value. Again, the drums, I'm getting a little bit tired of the drums having that same, you know, like just that boom, like that tone. In fact, like it's fun for a little bit, but then it gets a little bit like, yeah, I've heard it over and over again now. I want the old drums back, when she used to do really fun things with drums with different time signatures, and sometimes it'd be live drums, sometimes it'd be electronic drums. Like I said already a million times, I get what she's trying to do. I'm not sure I love it though. However, if you were to hear this before anything else, and you didn't even look at her, you didn't know her name, you'd think this was an American singer. You'd think this was just like an American song that would be like that, like the ones that were being played at that time. But it's because I know so much more. It's a little bit like, no, I don't know. It's hard to digest. And I'm not saying I hate it. It's just because I know. You know, it's just because I know what she's like in the other songs. But it's still really fun to listen to, if I'm honest. Okay, next song is called Automatic Part 2.
Hello, my name is Utada, like
That's cool.
For your information, I am here to take it higher. Oh, well, I like it. I don't hide it.
Wow.
Automatic. Right and ready. Call me
I quite like this
crazy.
actually. This gives me nostalgia in a fun way.
It's automatic.
I actually really like this. It's not trying to be something it's not.
Capricorn, Aquarius with a good sense of humor.
That's fun. See, it's silly and it's fun.
So melodic.
Yeah, if it was like, if the album was filled with songs like this, I'd love it. Contraceptive. It's just so good, actually. Got a bit of Britney to it. That's so cool. Ooh, the way it like dove deep in there. Okay, that kind of makes sense too. Couldn't help but do a little jam at the end. Come on, with a song like that. Do you know what? That might be one of my favourites. Just because the music was really fun. It had a funk to it. Again, a nostalgia to it. Gives me like a bit of Christina Aguilera, like early days, and a little bit of Britney Spears in the early days, definitely. And it wasn't trying to be something it's not. It wasn't trying to be emotional. It wasn't trying to be, you know, the thing, because with the emotional songs, you go, oh, is it personal, or are you just writing the songs? Like, are you just writing the lyrics like, yeah, this is sad, people relate to this? You know, you don't have to worry about that, because these are just silly lyrics. It's automatic, you know, automatic fun, really, when you listen to it. And hilarious lyrics. It makes you laugh at the same time. You just want to sing them and just be like giggly with it. Capricorn Aquarius, or a good sense of humour. Is she saying that she's a Capricorn Aquarius? Interesting, so she's on the cusp there. I'm a Capricorn. Gemini moon, Cancer rising. But yeah, no, that one was genuinely just fun. And what the hell, vodka tonic, telefunken, contraceptive. When I'm on it, it's automatic. Yeah, you said it. Yeah, I love that one. Fun. Really did like it. Okay, next song is called Dirty Desire. Uh-oh.
Dirty desire, dirty desire.
Oh my god, I'm ready.
There's something that's been growing inside of me. Baby, baby.
Baby. Yeah, it's good.
When I'm alone at night, I sit and fantasize. And in my fantasies, I love you long time. Doing my mind of things, I've gotta make you mine. Can you feel mine?
Dirty desire, desire. Dirty desire. Dirty desire. Dirty desire. Sorry. Yeah.
Dirty desire.
Can you feel my dirty desire?
But it's all in your head, and you can't wait to see me in your bed.
This feels like an unreleased track. I don't know why. Like one of Gaga's unreleased tracks or something.
'Cause in reality, I know you're not
Break it down now. Dirty desire.
when I'm alone.
That's a hilarious little moment. It's like whacking out the guitar.
Can you feel mine? What you do, babe? You know my boy.
Oh, what? That's a bit demented. It's a bit like
What you do, babe? You know my boyfriend.
mania.
Desire.
It's building tension in such a funny way.
Bring that beat back.
Bring that beat back. Oh, it fades out. Oh, I hate that. I hate the fade out on that. Like, honestly, the song was, it was hilarious. It was kind of good in like a comical way, and like it was just fun, and it was just of that time for sure. Dirty desire. Like, I don't know, it was actually really fun. And I swear she said she was sorry, but Island Def Jam record, and wasn't Lady Gaga signed to Def Jam? The Island Def Jam Music Group is a record label group formed in 1999 when Universal Music Group merged two of its daughter companies, Island Records and Def Jam Recordings, to create a label group. Also incorporated into the venture was the staff, roster and back catalogue of Mercury Records, which was dismantled for several years until it was revived as a new venture in 2007. Okay. And then it says here, the new sound increased Lady Gaga's popularity with early songs like Beautiful and Dirty, Dirty, Rich, Rich. Yeah, that one. And Shake Your Kitty, Shake Your Kitty. That's actually an unreleased song. Shake Your Kitty. Isn't it Beautiful? No, Beautiful, Dirty, Rich is on the Fame album. But Shake Your Kitty was like a song that actually never really came out. But I know it because I was obsessed and I used to listen to every single song I could find. But anyway, Gaga began to do her live performances with her keyboard and her MacBook, playing her synthetic beats. And I think that's also what reminded me of the guitar bit, like whatever was happening. Even with a new kind of music getting recognition by the music industry, it was not easy for her. Yeah, okay, we don't need the whole story. That's why I keep like thinking it gives me Gaga. It's giving me Gaga because they're signed to the same record, the same label, around the same time. I guess. I don't know, maybe Gaga had moved on by the time. No, it sounds so much like the Fame. Like, you know? But the only difference is like, Gaga was actually writing her own lyrics, writing her, you know what I mean? And I know that Utada here was writing her songs, but it seems like someone else was also writing them. Yeah, written by Christopher A. Stewart. I don't even know who that is. But, and Hikaru. I don't know. But anyway, it was fun. Nothing serious again. Just, I don't know, that one made me laugh though. That was probably one of the most comical ones. But anyway, let's do it. Next one is called Poppin. I can only imagine how this one's going to go. Is it going to be poppin'? Or is it going to be droppin'? Let's see. I love it already. I actually love that. Definitely giving me Pussycat Dolls again. Loosen up my buttons, babe. This is fun.
Girls, you know we have it better than the boys.
Doing the American accent.
Yes.
I actually really like this. Is this like a sample, maybe? This like instrumental? I wanna say the body's poppin'.
There's a full moon out tonight. The wolves cry, wolves cry. You know we have it better than the boys.
This is so good. I actually love this. And when I was young, I would have died for this. Again, a call and response. Oh, so fun.
They're all mine, the stars in the sky. But I can share if you like. Would you like that?
It sounded Irish. Would you like that? That's fun. That bluesiness. That's cool.
We're cutting straight to the front of the line.
Oh! I love that.
I wanna see the bodies popping.
I like that. Do you know what? This song is awesome. You know, when I was young, in this time, you know, if this came out and I heard it, I would have been freaking obsessed. Like, it makes me think of like, when I was younger, me and my friend used to listen to the songs from like, you know, Bratz Barbie dolls, you know, like the Bratz one. Ooh, Bratz. Well, they had like a whole CD with like lots of different songs on them. And we used to do like catwalks, like little fake catwalks. And like we'd like taken turns going down a catwalk, doing like a different pose, doing a different, you know, outfit and so on. And they put the Bratz soundtracks on. And this felt like it could have been on one of those CDs and like, or in one of those moments where we would do that. It has that super, it makes me feel nostalgic. Actually, so many of these songs make me feel nostalgic for like my kind of pre-teen and early teen moments, for sure. So in a way, like, that's why I'm like smiling a lot throughout these songs of being like, you know what, I actually really like that because it does give me a nostalgic feel. Yeah, that one especially did. I don't know why. Well, they all have, but that one just felt like one that I know I would have loved. But anyway, let's go. Next one is called On and On.
I just wanna dance the night away.
That's such a nostalgic thing as well, with the kind of background. Oh!
Intoxicated, emancipated, unapologetic, what I am today. Light me up, make the night go on.
This one goes to be Fergie, for sure. Oh, that's cool. The little yodeling moments. Kind of funny that she's using those vowels. Eeyore. Now we're getting donkeys. Eeyore. It's also like sparkly. You could literally sing that song over the top. Someone should definitely do a mashup if they haven't already. Okay, cute. Yeah, like I said, it reminded me of Glamorous by Fergie massively. A lot of these songs just remind me of songs I already know. Again, like, just talk about that nostalgia. These like last like few songs or whatever, these last 4 songs have all had that similar kind of vibe. Not trying to be anything they're not. You know, just just doing that kind of pop kind of thing that, yeah, definitely should have been more popular over here. You know what I mean? It just should have been, because they are so classically, perfectly like the songs that we know and love from that time. So interesting. I don't know what else to say really. I feel like I say stuff throughout the song as well, and there's just not too much to say. But okay, next one is called Simple and Clean, and this is actually under the name Hikaru Utadas here. So I wonder why. And this one has the most listens on the whole album of 21 million. Was it added at some point? Is it from an old album, an older time, or was it something new that she added? Let's go for it.
You don't hear me say, please, oh baby.
This is weird.
Let me feel tonight. Let go.
Was that it? That has 21. Oh no, okay. There's more. It had a break. I was about to say that has 21 million listens and it's that short. Okay, sorry.
You're giving me things lately.
I love this.
All I need. And said, don't get me wrong, I love you, but does that mean I have to meet?
I'm so confused by this. What is that sound? A little bit of a country sound. That's so theatrical. I love this. That's familiar. Oh, that's fun. The drums being a little bit different there. Oh, sounds so good.
That's when you came to me. Wish I could prove I love you. When we are older,
That backing vocal.
understand some things are that simple. You walk away, don't go simple.
I like this one.
Clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. Whatever lies beyond this morning, regardless of warnings, the future doesn't scare me at all. Nothing's like before. You walk away, don't
I think the song could be shorter. I like that lyric. It's a little repetitive. Come on. Okay, I really liked it. And I still don't hate it. It's actually quite chill, to be honest. It was quite nice to do my makeup to. It wasn't, you know, overly obnoxious or anything. But, you know, I didn't love it. Yeah, I really liked the start of it, and then, like, you know, then it got a little bit old. It was just a little bit too long, but it was actually quite a nice song, really. This song is about feeling insecure about a relationship. Utada wrote the song for their boyfriend to tell him that though they feel that they are moving farther away from each other, they do not fear the future regardless of what people have been telling them. Okay, cool. The English theme for the first Kingdom Hearts. Oh, the Game Boy Advanced integral chain of memories, the PlayStation 2 remake Chain of Memories, and the KH1 prequel Birth by Sleep performed by J-pop artist Utada Hikaru. The version commonly used in the openings is the Planet B remix, while the version commonly used in the ending credits sequence is the regular version listed here. Oh, that's cool. Maybe that's why it's so popular as well then. This version of the theme also appeared as a B-side to the 2003 single of Colours and as a bonus track in the 2009 album This Is The One. Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense why it's under the name Hikaru Utadas then. Interesting. Yeah, I did actually like that one. It did have a bit more of a... I did feel like it felt a bit more personal as well. Again, like it didn't feel fake at all. It actually felt a bit more real. And by the looks of it, it was a bit more real. So maybe that's why I could instantly... sometimes you could just instantly tell when something's genuine. Some people are just good at reading that. And I'd say I'm one of those people, for sure. Even though it's obviously harder to tell in music sometimes. But with hearing 3 albums by Hikaru already, maybe that's why it's easier for me to point out, and probably feels like that for you guys too, but who knows. Yeah, I really like that acoustic guitar sound though. And that little drum break there. Like that was actually kind of fun. It was theatrical, sweet, I don't know, just nice. Alright, next one is called Sanctuary Opening bonus track. Okay, so it's a bonus track, but it says opening, and the next one, which is the last song, is called Sanctuary Ending. Okay, let's give it a go. Sanctuary Opening. What the? Backwards talking. Nice. Interesting. She sounds stunning. I like the kind of live instruments here. And an interesting synth. Very atmospheric. I do love when Hikaru does a bit of a rock sound. It suits her so well. She really is a woman of many genres. Okay. That's fun. Is this for like a show or a game as well? Okay. That was kind of cool. I liked how chuggy that was. Yeah, it almost sounds like it could be live, but like not. My sanctuary. I actually think this one's really cool. Very ethereal. It's got a little bit of Aurora to it as well. And Aurora meets Evanescence, meets Hikaru. It's cool. So different to the other songs on this track, album. And of course they are bonus tracks, so... This one was quite popular too, with 14 million listens. I can understand that. It actually had such a fun vibe. I want a whole album like that. That'd be so cool. I really would love Hikaru to do like a whole rock album, because like she's done a lot of pop and R&B, and she's done quite a bit of jazz as well, with the blues and funky and like experimental. She's done so many different sounds that and she has sometimes delved into a rockier sound, but like I'd love to hear a whole album that had like a rock sound. I don't know, or maybe an album that had just a few more rocky songs on it. Maybe not a whole album. I don't want to ask too much. But she just sounds really good in that sort of sound. And I really like the different effects going on in there. Like everything would come in, out, in, out. It'd be like blending and changing. I don't know, just really fun. And I wonder if it was for something. I'll have a look. Oh, it's also for a video game, Kingdom Hearts. Ah, that did make sense. I was wondering if it would be, because I was like, is it for a TV show? And I was curious to think, is it for the same sort of thing? Because, I don't know, I just had a feeling it would be. So, yeah, really cool. I actually genuinely love that one a lot. Okay, and now we've got the Sanctuary closing, so let's do that. I feel like I'm not too bothered about reading into lyrics here. Like, I was picking some up, and some of the lyrics, by the look of it, are like, I don't even know. Are they in Japanese, or are they Wonkoi nat noitkefa erom dinai? I don't know. Is that some sort of language in Kingdom Hearts, or is it? I don't know. It kind of looks like some sort of elfin language, but who knows? It says here, this version eventually became one of the bonus tracks of Utada Hikaru's 2009 album, This Is the One. The original Japanese version, Passion, later became the closing track to her 2006 album, Ultra Blue. Oh, Ultra Blue came before this. I was meant to do Ultra Blue. I was trying to do them in order. I'm looking forward to hearing the Ultra Blue version as well then, in Japanese. Slightly different arrangement as well in the song. Okay. I was just noticing something about the lyrics in the last one. Some of the words like snwad dnab spew yinam os were actually words backwards that saying so many ups and downs. I didn't notice that. And then I thought with the wong oi nat night, whatever that was saying, it says I need more affection than you know. Okay, yeah, so it is all backwards. I was like going, what the hell is that language? It sounds like some sort of elfin language. I was like, surely that's not Japanese. It doesn't look like Japanese words I've seen. So, yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Anyway, let's do it. Sanctuary. I did start this one very briefly because she started singing reverse words again and it made me think of that. So, yeah, but only like 10 seconds. I got this far.
And you and I, there's a new land. The sanctuary.
I love the reverse like lyrics there. Sounds like Twigs there, FK Twigs.
Means nothing. And you and I, there's a new.
Is it like the Sanctuary opening? Similar? Same lyrics? This is so funny at the end of the album. With all the other songs we've heard and now this.
See that nothing is whole and nothing is broken.
She sounds so gorgeous.
And you and I, my sanctuary, where fears and light.
Feels like fairies.
What's left of me now?
I really like this. It's so ethereal, but like not too ethereal where you're like you're not like flying away with it. You're still here and present with it. Ooh. That's cool. Nice. Interesting. It really is just like another version of the Sanctuary opening, isn't it? It does give me Aurora with those drums for sure. I love this instrumental moment. Lets you breathe with it. Vibe. Cool. Okay, nice. Interesting ending it on those bonus tracks. Oh, I can finally take these off. That's nice. Oh, how lovely is that? Whew. But yeah, interesting leaving it with those bonus tracks, because obviously I should have kind of talked about the original album and then went on to the bonus tracks, but I guess I didn't know they were going to be like that, so yeah, just a mistake waiting to happen, really. But I don't know where I was going with that. I'm so tired now, I feel like everything I say is just like blah, stupid. I do want to talk about it, and I haven't finished my makeup, but I'm actually so close that I'll just do it really quickly and then I'll show you the finished product at the end. But anyway, yeah, so it started off and I was like, oh yeah, I can really see how it's doing like a Western sort of pop sound, and the sound that I kind of, you know, I remember. It's nostalgic to me as well. Appla And Cinnamon is the one song, like in those first 4 songs, that I was like, you know what, the lyrics are actually really good. I really like that. And I did like, wait, I can't remember what Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence went like. I want to hear it. So I feel like I liked this one. Oh yeah, that was a fun one. I think it was Appla And Cinnamon that I said felt like a Hikaru Utadas song a bit more though. Maybe? I can't remember. One of them I said that. But I don't think I liked Taking My Money Back that much, right? Yeah. Nah. I loved Muero, because I just loved the way that sounded. Come Back to Me was okay. It was like definitely like a nostalgic sound, but maybe not one that I loved. But it gave me that I Must Stick With You Forever by Pussycat Dolls. This one, Crying Like a Child, I think I half liked that. It was like okay, I kind of like it. Yeah, that was kind of cool. But then when it got to Automatic Part 2, I was like, okay, I love that. But yeah, also this one and Taking My Money Back, I didn't like that much. I just felt like they were ingenuine a little bit. Maybe they were super genuine, but I don't know, it didn't feel as good as she could have done, and how I know she can do with the lyrics. But yeah, Automatic Part 2 was really fun. I wonder what Automatic Part 1 is. Dirty Desire, another kind of like, yep, okay. And then Poppin. I actually loved Poppin because that one gave me like a feeling of, I know I would have loved this when I was younger. Then we had On and On. Oh yeah, that one's okay. Gave me Glamorous by Fergie. I guess that would be the end of the original album there. Cool. And then, yeah, Simple and Clean was cute, but a little bit too long. And then both the Sanctuary ones I really, really, really enjoyed, actually. Really beautiful, ethereal, and I don't know, just a different type of sound that went really well with Hikaru's style and voice and so on. So yeah, interesting album to listen to by Hikaru. Well, aka Utada here. I'm interested to see what the next one will be like, which is, I did say it earlier, but I've forgotten it already. Next one I'll be reacting to is Heart Station. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna finish my makeup and then I'll do a proper goodbye. Felt like I was being super slow with the makeup today though, not gonna lie. I was being really just like, yeah, I guess I was just really listening, so I don't know. Also, I've not done this in a while. And no need to rush, eh? Just have fun. Oh, you know, earlier I was like, that one that was like, ooh, 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 ah, 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 whatever it did. It reminded me of, hi, everybody get on the floor, want to step, da 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 da, everybody want to step, da 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 da. Sierra, I think it is. Oh my gosh, literally, this album did bring me back to a lot of bangers that I used to love. And just because, like, and the fact that it brought me back showed that, like, this should have been, you know, really popping off on the radio and stuff, because it sounded perfectly like all those songs. This lip gloss is so spicy. Literally, the name of it is Lip Injection. Literally, it says it's a lip injection one, and I've never had lip injections, but I reckon it feels harsher than this, and I can't even handle this, so this is painful. Very painful. So spicy. Like, not like that, a little tingle. No. It's literally like I've got peppers on my lip just to make my eyes water. Oh my god. And for what? Are you really going to plump my lips? You better not be putting me through all this pain for nothing, because my eyes. It's making my lips twitch. I'm like, almost done with this look, at least. Not with the pain on my lips. Oh, when it calms down a bit, it actually feels quite nice. Now I just got to take these off. Can't believe I look so hilarious throughout the whole video with my hair and everything, and then suddenly, really, I could have looked like this the whole time. Little cutie. Oh, I kind of love this look. And like, when do you ever see me with a side parting? Like, never. But look how cute with the little bow. Oh my god, I look so sweet and innocent. Which I am, of course. Oh, with my crazy bracelet with all these crystals on it. I'll do my little photo shoot after for the thumbnail. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It's not perfect though. I always find that I don't do it like immaculate when I'm doing a video as well, because obviously concentrating on the music as well and then talking about the music and all of that. But it's pretty good. Yeah, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe I'll do a little montage of the look, and yeah, I shall see you next time. I'll close out with a montage. But yeah, bye.
Something's in the air right now, like I'm losing track of time. Like I don't really care right now, but maybe that's fine. You weren't even there that day.